Alright guys, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Moody Blues counterattack. Let's jump right into it.
Yeah, alright. So we finally learned about, what's his name?
Abakio.
Abakio's backstory. He was a corrupt cop, didn't want to see Italy go to crap, so he was like, I'm going to make a difference as a cop. But quickly he learns that people...
Over time.
Over time, he's like, okay, you know what, people are just going to get off on bail, or the cops are just treated like shit, and they don't get the respect they deserve just because they're cops. Like gangsters, in the beginning, we're getting more respect than them. So he's like, screw it. I'm going to start taking the money. If it's going to go to the judges or the cops, give it to me.
Might as well get a piece of it.
There you go.
What do you think about this episode, Lem? Or at least Abakio's backstory?
I really loved it. It really showed, like, how to explain this.
Are you trying to say?
It's like the struggle of his dreams weren't coming to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up being a gangster, which is like the exact opposite.
Which is funny.
Yes, it's really funny.
And you can kind of see how it started with the whole corruption of him.
Oh yeah, it makes complete sense. Also wanted to talk about how I really felt it that he got his friend killed.
Yeah.
With the guy, because the guy was a pimp or pimping off his girlfriend or whatever for the money. Mm-hmm. And then like you said, oh, I can't. Then if I bring him to the court or bring him to jail, it's just gonna go. That money is just gonna go to the Supreme Judge. Might as well give it to me, which makes perfect sense. And then that came like karma, right around circle, and hit him in the back when he was doing a chase. And the guy who killed the dude was the same dude that was pimping off his girlfriend.
And he's like, hey, if you send me to jail, I'm gonna tell people that you took that bribe, and it's gonna come back to bite you. And I'm like, yo, this guy can't catch a break.
And another big reason why I really like this backstory is it explains why he was so cynical and such a big skeptic towards Giorno. Because like, as I was watching last episode, I was just like, yo, what's up with this dude? Like, why does he not trust no one? Why is he not like Giorno?
Why is he peeing in a cup?
Yeah. Why is he peeing in his cup?
that was my biggest question. Yeah.
Now we know. It's gonna take him a lot of time it's gonna take people a lot of time to gain his trust.
And I actually liked how the backstory ended. It's Bruno finding a Baccio who's down on his luck and already depressed and drunk. He's like, hey, you don't have to deal with the darkness. You can come with me and we can make a difference in this town. Not as an officer, as a gangster. And I'm like, damn. How is it that the gangsters sound better than being like on the Law and Order side? That's just
you can tell. Yeah, Abakio has a good heart. It's just that things weren't working out.
It's just the circumstances.
Yeah. It's just circumstances, yeah.
But I think that also puts a little limelight on Bruno with his charisma, man. You can get someone who's all about morality.
Sticky finger.
Bruno is like the man right now. Like he's just like you can't not love him right now.
He's charismatic as fuck, man. Like I love this dude.
Everyone loves Bruno.
And he actually, I don't want to skip through the end, but he's the one who wins the fight. I wanted to say that.
Oh yeah. Also, last thing, Bach has to live with his friend being dead. Like with his friend.
It's his cross to bear.
It's cross to bear. I was like, yeah, that's a regret that he has to live with the rest of his life, and that's awful.
So we want to move on to the actual scene now, the actual part of the show.
Yeah.
So after the flashback, we now are back in the boat. Giovanna, he's gone. I love how they still say his full name.
Bro, was it barely an episode
that? Giovanna. But so he sacrificed himself to give
Abakio.
I'm not gonna say his name. I'm done. To give A chance. Yeah, his name's A now. To give A a chance to solve the mystery. And that fly, I love that fly so much.
Yeah. I thought the fly was a villain at one point. I was like, the fly's not the villain.
Bro, it made me think of part 3 where there was a fly villain on the plane. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, watching that, like it was like goofy. You just hear the villain's voice and then just showing this fly like this is. I'm just like, this is the guy.
Does it stand up between Bruno and the fly?
The fly's literally going like this. Yeah. I'm like, why are you the main character? I love this fly now.
Yeah. And you know how you predicted in last episode how it was that guy that was in the seat that disappeared? Yeah, it was the same dude. Same dude from last episode.
It makes sense because this dude was just like, what? There's money involved?
Yeah.
I'm about to go find these guys real quick.
Screw everyone else. You can crash the car. I'm like, oh damn. You left your friend to die.
So, did you find this guy's stand, the villain stand, confusing?
I found
showing like the little I can't speak English. The little glimpses that we got towards the ends of last episode, it was very confusing because it's just like, are they disappearing? Are they shrinking? Like, are they in some void? I don't know. It starts off very confusing.
I thought that it was like some type of dimension, like, you know, parallel universe, whatever. Because especially when you see all these zippers, I couldn't help but like, okay, maybe there's a portal right there, but if he doesn't zip it in the right place, you won't see the portal. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense. I didn't see the whole covering a ship with a ship coming out.
That's some next level creativity. Like, I never would think. If I was in that position and I had to beat this guy, I would never think of that.
I would have done what what's his name, Bruno did.
Just
I would just sink the ship. Like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
fuck this dude,
like he's. I know he's here. Like, if you don't want to show yourself, we're drowning in. All right, we're in the middle of the ocean.
And
My brother died.
his stand is honestly pretty crazy. So basically,
Okay.
he punctures you, and it's like
You deflate.
you deflate, you lose all like your organs or whatever, and then
Become a
you're just like
condom.
this like little condom sandbag. They said that.
I was dying.
I was like, what?
It's like a condom.
It's like you're completely defenseless. Like
Like a condom.
if this dude sets up a situation to where like he has the edge, it's like, how are you gonna beat this guy?
I honestly don't think that they would have wanted to if they weren't on the boat, because it ended up being him drowning in the water that pulled them out. That pulled himself out of the boat. And if you were in a car, or let's say a train, how would that same scenario play off? Would you just have to derail the train? Like, I don't understand. Don't you need the second train to put it on
Yeah.
top? But I was actually more fascinated with A's stand ability, and he wasn't really turning back time. He was showing a single person's time.
Mhm.
That's what it was.
Well, yeah, it's basically like it's not really it's not really turning back time, but it's like running through what happened.
Right. Like you don't
Which is
see
interesting.
you don't see what's going on around them, but you can hear it, and you can see them getting like the one when his friend got stabbed. I'm not remembering these names.
What was his name?
Naransha.
Yep.
When N got stabbed, it's too complicated, right? When N got stabbed, you saw the puncture, but you don't know what hit him. But we do remember that Giorno. G.
What's the only short names now?
Listen, I am not capable. Anyways, we saw him get stabbed by a blade, and we're like, okay, that's gotta be the same thing, because there's nothing else that's puncturing people in this episode. And on top of it, we can see that little clock device that says, okay, we have 5 minutes back, or we're 2 minutes away, and so on. And then when we hit present time, his stand is still going through the pipes after they're like following him to find the stand user. And I'm just wondering, what is the limits of his stand? Like, is it just what is it like those? What do you guys call it? You know how there's a what was Black Sabbath? He was a certain type of stand.
Automatic.
Is he
Yeah.
automatic
No,
stand?
he's definitely
No.
not automatic because he can see with his stand and he can punch with his stand.
And he did get hurt when his stand got hurt.
Mhm.
Okay.
The only thing is when he's going through like someone's
He's
time,
vulnerable.
he can't do any. Excuse me, he can't attack.
That's what you got, team.
Yeah.
I was actually really curious. Do you guys think that his stand can actually fight? Because I think it's cool for like mysteries.
I think he can fight. I think he can fight, but I just think that's not the main purpose of the stand. You know?
Like he did that whole aura barrage, but I'm like, I don't see that actually doing anything.
I don't know. Only time will come to tell. We'll
Yeah.
find out.
I just think that's the perfect stand for him because he was a detective. And that's the detective's wet dream right there.
It's very. It fits in with being a cop. There's like
Yeah,
you
if
can
you
go
found-
through,
if you were like,
figure out the clues.
if you saw someone dead, you could use that stand to like find out how they died.
If I was in
Exactly.
if I was in his shoes, I would not figure out that mystery. Just kamikaze this shit, man. I'm gonna sink it all.
Yeah.
But did they all return to normal? Because we only saw
Bakio's return their way. But can we just talk about Sticky Fingers?
Let's
he put him on the floor.
No, like bro, his stand is so innovative. Like he took out the villain by stretching because the villain was like, I'm gonna kill a Bakio.
Oh,
And he was just like,
come on!
he like stretched his hand
Love
out with
that.
the zipper, bro. I was
That
like,
was
oh my
dope.
gosh,
That was dope.
Mm-hmm.
that was cool.
I wasn't ready to see that. He unzips his own arm to.
He's a cool stand. Like
Yeah.
you can go through. I love that stand.
See, this is what makes me appreciate like abilities. Any ability can be cool. You just have to have the imagination to pull it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, sticky fingers, yeah, was really dope. Especially when you realize that he wasn't just punching in random spots. He was intentionally opening up the hole on the ship. I was like, yo, that was dope. I thought you were just messing around. Is there anything else?
Well, Abakio is the one that gave him the clue.
Mm-hmm.
And watching that, like watching, I didn't figure it out. I was just like, he's like, he left me a clue with the blood. I was just I did assume it was something to do with the blood, but I was just like, what? How does the trail, like, how do you, alright, with the trail of blood, how do you figure out that there's a ship inside of the ship?
He said because the blood never hit the bottom of the deck through that hole. I was looking at the same hole. I just assumed it just hit the side and the blood just didn't hit the bottom where you were looking. But he's like, no, specifically not in the hole. I'm like, okay.
So that means there's a ship inside of the ship. Like, I don't know how they
made me look stupid, bro. I
just think he was just like, maybe he probably didn't know it was a ship inside of a ship, but the fact that like he was like, okay, it's probably not on this ship. Something's not right, so let me sink it. And then when you sink it, the ship started to split in two. So it was just like, that's not what happened.
I feel like after the ship split in two, he then had this like, okay, I gotta say something really smart real quick. Okay,
I knew this all along.
Here's what happened. I knew that you were in between that. Oh, you didn't know that. You knew there was something wrong.
I thought he was when I first I thought he was in the pipes.
I thought so too.
It would make sense.
Exactly.
Especially when
they deflated.
No, when his stand, when A's stand was punching the pipes, and you could hear him doing it.
Yeah.
You couldn't find this guy, and I'm like, yo, he's got to be there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
he was inside the pipes of the other ship.
Even if I had that stand, I would never think to do something like that.
Takes a lot of training.
With whose stand?
Like the villains.
Oh, the villains.
Yeah,
stand?
I would never even think like, I'm gonna get these guys and play them. Why would I take another whole ship? There's so much work.
Yo, I got a question. When he disappears on his friend in the car, how did his stand do that?
He probably just went inside the car.
Yeah, he probably like went inside the car or something.
Yeah,
and then,
I don't know. Dipped or something. I don't know. He probably just
now
he deflated himself.
No, but I'm thinking about how his stand works. Did he? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Did he just deflate himself and go through the window?
Yeah, probably.
That's so dumb.
I don't think anyone opened the door.
I don't think anyone understands this stand. I don't even think Araki understands this stand.
Like,
I don't know.
So weird.
I still don't get it. I watched the episode twice. I'm like, oh, okay. You did it. Good job.
You can deflate and move. What? He didn't disappear. Get out of here.
He's got two abilities. He deflates people and he puts boats. Boats. That's his power.
Yeah, but he deflated the boat. Technically.
He deflated the boat so he could move through it. And he encapsulated the boat that they were on inside of that boat before they got there. I'm like, this is next level stuff here.
It really is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I'm sure it's only going to get crazier from here.
Yeah, I'm really excited for future parts because with the fortune on the line, I'm so sure this is not the last person to come after them. Mm-hmm. And I'm waiting to see what his partner in the car does.
Yeah.
I know you know. Reader.
Hey, next episode.
All right.
We'll find out. I think that's it. This episode, it was very short and sweet. We had a quick backstory. We had the whole action between Bruno Abakio and the stand user. Still don't know his name. And that was pretty much it.
And there's a budding friendship between, well, not friendship, a budding relationship between A and G.
I still don't think he likes Joe.
No, he's not gonna like Joe. No. It's gonna take some time.
Yeah, he's just like that idiot. I would never trust him, but now that he's not here,
I think he probably got maybe a soft spot right now because of the way that he sacrificed himself. But besides that, he's still like, I don't trust him. I don't think he trusts him right after that.
But we'll see what happens. I'm sure something's gonna happen from it. He's not gonna just forget the fact that he sacrificed himself.
Yeah. Let's make a prediction. How long do you think it'll take for Abakio to warm up to Giorno?
10 episodes.
10 episodes? You think 10?
I think 10.
I feel like it's gonna take longer, and I feel it'll be shorter, but he's not gonna make it seem like he's warmed up to him. I feel like that it's gonna be one of those type things. Like he actually has already warmed up to him, but he's just like, nah, I still don't like you. I think it's one of those things.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like Rohan.
You like in Usho the Torah, like Thor warmed up to be sure.
Yeah.
But then he was just like, I just want to eat you.
He's like, but one day, I'm gonna eat you.
Yeah,
Not now,
they-
but later.
And going off track, they did that in Samurai Champloo with Jin and Mugen.
Yeah,
They
they
would
tolerated
never
each
let them
other.
know. Yeah.
But yeah, that's is that everything?
That's it.
I think it's everything.
Stay tuned for next week's episode. Like, comment, subscribe.